Hello everybody, this is the second video of the day. This is going to be a Bakugou X listener called Ambush by Zombie Killer Kai on Wattpad. The art is going to be linked in the description, and the Discord is going to be linked in the description in case any of you would like to join. Because I love talking to you all. I'm so sorry for my voice. It's getting a tiny bit better, but I woke up extremely early to record these because I have to go to the lake today at a very early time. But I wanted to make sure that you guys had videos to keep you guys occupied. So, let's get into it. Quirk, heat vision. Can fire lasers from one's eyes. Side effects are dry eyes and a mild headache after use. You should listen up more, Katsuki. I mean, I had a lot of fun at the arcade today with you. Maybe the others would too if, you acted this way to them. You're nice, you said with a soft smile as you walked down the street with a hot head right beside you. He clicked his tongue and looked away with a glare as he stuck his hands down into his pockets. You can't tell me what to do, he muttered. His brow knitted together as you could do. All you could do was smile at him. He always was like this, but judging by how he acted with you today, you thought it was just a front to cover up his soft side. He would act nice towards you, even like a gentleman to be honest, but he just never wanted to show anyone else who he truly was. You still didn't understand why he was acting this way to you though. Why not Kirishima? They were best friends like Kiri always tells you. As you walked in silence down the street, you started to have a bad feeling, like you were getting even more anxious as you walked. You felt as if something was really wrong, but you couldn't figure out what exactly. You glanced over at Bakugou to see if he was having that expression too. You guessed that his expression would change if he did. Your eyes widened as you seen a spear erupt from the alleyway. Bakugou, watch out! You yelled as you pushed him out of the way quickly, but not quick enough for you. You yelled in pain and looked down at the spear that pierced through your skin. Blood dripped from the wound as you pulled the spear out of your forearm. You didn't know what to do. With your quirk, you could fire lasers at the villains down the alley, but you preferred having your goggles on to focus on one area and not cause a lot of damage. You glanced down to find Bakugou still recovering from your shove on the ground. You quickly focused all your energy on your eyes and started to burn as you fired a laser at them. There were two men, one with the spear quirk and the other one you weren't sure about just yet, but you knew you hit one of them at least since you heard a scream. So you wiped your eyes, feeling them water from how dry they were. The one spear quirk guy held his shin in pain on the floor, and the second stood in front of him to protect. You fired another laser towards his friend that was still standing, but his body moved out of the way where you were shooting. His body could stretch in forms no possible human could. He grinned evilly at you as you stood there clutching your arm. Bakugou was now right by your side. You zoned him out, hearing faint yelling as you shot another laser out of the sky. As you saw another spear fall out of the sky that the guy threw. Stretchy Guy flung his arms around you in a quick flash, but Bakugou blasted it out of the way before he could get his hands on you. You watched as Bakugou moved in front of you without your permission. Get behind me, dumbass, you're wounded. But I can help, Katsuki. Let me kill these fuckers, Bakugou yelled as he blasted the guy's arm back again from the both of you. You moved to where he could see, and as he was fighting off Stretchy, another spear was thrown towards him. Even though your eyes, some from firing the last few lasers, you fired another laser at the spears being thrown. You fired one laser in between the guy's throws and shot him in the chest. Turning your gaze to the other one quickly, wiping the sweat off of your forehead slightly as you focused your energy on the last blow. As you focused, your legs were grabbed out from underneath you. The guy must have sneaked an arm around you both when you weren't looking. Your body was dragged and flung against the alleyway wall. Bakugou started to shout towards the guy as you regained your stance now in the middle between the two. You fucker, leave her the fuck alone, Bakugou shouted as he ran out in front of you and got grabbed, being pulled closer to the guy's body. But little did Stretchy know, Bakugou's quirk wasn't specifically used for faraway circumstances. Bakugou started to laugh as he was right next to Stretchy. His hand was out, explosions building up in his hand. He screamed and brought his hand right down on the guy and fired him against the wall with extreme force. Out of breath, he quickly grabbed both of their bodies and threw them out of the alleyway. Someone call the police now, he screamed at the civilians that were looking at you both earlier with a face of horror or excitement from the battle. After making sure they were both passed out completely, he left them there on the edge of the sidewalk, returning to your side with urgency. You clutched your arm as you limped over to him. He cupped your cheeks and looked over your whole body for injuries. You grabbed your hand and studied the wound on your forearm. Are you okay, damn it? God, I should have been protecting you. Never do that again, he yelled out of fear, wrapping your arm with a part of his ripped-up shirt. He glanced down at you, clutching your side, and raised his eyebrow. He lifted up your shirt with no care and revealed glass to be stuck in your side. They weren't big pieces to the point where they needed surgery to remove, since they were near your organs, but they needed to be removed. He sighed as he helped you sit down on the ground. The sirens were now at the site, and the police were taking them away. He held your hand and started to remove the pieces with the other as fast and painless as he possibly could. You tensed up and made the cuts bleed more and more. Tears started to form in your eyes from the pain in your arm and your stomach area. Hey, don't cry. Look at me and you're done now. Look at me, you're done now. I just have to wrap your stomach, Bakugou said as he cupped your cheek softly. He nodded your head and bit on your bottom lip as he took off his shirt and wrapped your stomach tightly to stop the cuts from bleeding anymore. He picked you up bridal style and sighed as he felt you rest your head against his neck. Everything will be okay now, alright? We'll go to the nurse at UA for your injuries. You're safe now, Bakugou whispered to you as he blasted up and away from the crowd, so we didn't have to answer any questions. Plus, Bakugou still didn't have his license, so technically he would have gotten in trouble for this. He kept glancing down at you to make sure you were okay. He could really be the most sweetest guy. You rested your head against his chest as his grip shifted around you in order to use his blast more effectively. Maybe that's why he opened up more to you, because he actually cares for your human being. like you matter to him instead of just being seen as another annoying person. Maybe he truly loved you and wanted to be closer to you this whole time. You smiled at the thought. You liked that outcome, and if you were right, then you would definitely want to be closer to the hothead. Just at his own pace, of course. After all, he was different from the others. Thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah. I'm so sorry about my voice. It was really bad. But yeah, have a great day.